Last time on Operation Firewall, you were getting ready to leave. Daniel tried to keep his ex-wife from sabotaging their daughter's recovery. Emma Jane told her hacker contact she had a new job with Happy Cool. Vincent was robbed in the woods, cash and Noreen gone. Elias said goodbye to his shop and walked Alice home from the diner. And just when things felt settled, Julia left a message for her father. Her mom showed up at the facility, screaming, saying she's taking her daughter home. Now, the window is closing, and the road is waiting. Currently, you're all driving through the southern edge of the hill country, one last stretch of cracked asphalt before the road starts turning to dust. It's about twilight now, that strange in-between hour where that sky looks kind of pinkish orange, faded violet colors. Shadows are starting to get a little bit longer. Headlights are starting to matter. In the front seats of this 1997 Land Rover Defender, Vincent is driving, one hand steady on the wheel, while Elias rides shotgun. In the back, Emma Jane and Daniel sit on opposite sides, with Rhonda, Vincent's dog, rests quietly in the middle seat between them. You see her kind of occasionally shifting and ears twitching, every bump in the road. What are you guys talking about in the car?
I would say that Elias is talking to Vincent and saying, "Now, Vincent, I know you are a man of good style based on your fine shirt there, so I think your dog should compliment that. I think you got to get her a fine, like a little scarf. We got to find her a nice color. We got to see what fits on her. Obviously, you have the final say, but
yeah,
you're.
Huh?
I would, because the scarf will actually stay on her. You like her collar.
Yeah. Oh, I never thought of it that way. Add a little bit of style and flair to little Rhonda. No?
I mean, she's like your brand in a way, so.
I like that, my brand. Okay. Yeah, if we can find maybe something in black, or her fur is that little bit of golden orange, so maybe a yellow or something. I don't know.
Ooh, yellow. Some sunshine yellow on this dog. What do you think, Rhonda? I'll take her silence and panting as acquiescence.
Yeah, she's not too talkative when it gets a little dark out.
I was thinking as the GM, do I narrate as the dog? I'm sure.
Yeah, I think Vincent will reach back a little dangerously, but he's confident he can hold the wheel and kind of scritch at Rhonda's head a bit. Yeah, I've had Rhonda for quite a bit. Won her in a game of cards. Was planning to sell her, but got a little attached, and we've been together ever since.
Well, I'm glad you did that. I give you a stern talking to you sell this dog.
Yeah, I wouldn't dream of it now. Yeah, it took me by surprise, having such a fancy dog. Betting a game of cards. Yeah.
And now she your luck charm?
Oh, for sure. I don't go anywhere without Rhonda.
It's good to have a luck charm, whether it's a dog or a trinket of some sort.
How about yourself? What is the Elias brand?
Oh, shit. Probably my lucky wrench I've had since I was little, since when my mama started teaching me how to work in the shop. I got this one right here. He awkwardly fumbles while he's sitting in a chair, like to get to a pocket that's just pressed against the side of the door, and he puts it on his lap. It's got some several wraps of duct tape on it. It looks like it was once like a bright fire engine red, but it's faded away in a lot of spots from use. And there's a couple of little tiny dents in there, probably from dropping it, or it getting exposed to something it shouldn't be exposed to. Yeah, this one has been with me the longest, so I suppose this one's my branded. I thought it'd be good to have it, not just to fix your carriage here, but to in case I need to do any sort of other jobs here for this big fancy adventure we be on.
Oh, can I take a look at it? That looks mighty old.
How about when you're not driving?
Hey, you don't have to worry about me. I could drive this thing without my hands on the wheel. Guy throws up his hands, then glances in the rearview mirror before grabbing the wheel. This thing handles like a dream. Haven't had issues in so long. Sorry to give you a heart attack.
You're welcome. Everyone else all right back there?
Let me just say, Vincent is one person that I trust my life to, especially when it comes driving this thing.
Well, I appreciate that.
And it's going to be like this the whole time. She sort of like had her head resting on the window and sort of bonked it a little as the hands came off the wheel. She like grimaces as she sits up.
You feel Rhonda's head is laying on your thigh.
Is she drooling?
No.
Oh, okay. Emma Jane will give like a little scratch as she looks over at Vincent. Did you say you won her in a card game?
Yeah, I mean, I win a lot of things in card games. Usually when people run out of money, they just start offering up stuff. Took me by surprise. Didn't really have a place to put Rhonda, but we figured it out. Yeah, I kind of pressed it a little too far, but I knew I had a good hand of cards, and I think I walked away pretty well.
Most
You, Vincent, pressing too far.
Yeah, I know, hard to believe.
Well, I'm hoping this job, Vincent, will be the last gamble you really have to take. Hopefully this should have you set for quite some time.
Oh, it'll be great. You know what I'm gonna do with that first paycheck? I'm gonna get myself a boat. Go along Gulf of Mexico, do a little spot of fishing if you're willing to join me.
I am. You said Luther, was it? Your brother's out that way?
Yeah. He's over that way. Yeah, and he's the best damn fisherman I've ever seen. So we'll definitely be reeling him in once he's aboard.
I like your fisherman jargon. You already set. Reel him in, he says. Love it.
Yeah, if you want, Elias, we could always use somebody to help with the motor on the boat.
Haven't had to test my sea legs in some time, but I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Vinny.
Is this a boys' club only? No girls allowed? And she'll like lean forward, sort of like moving Rhonda's head off her thigh, but gently placing it sort of like on the seat, more gently than she would have been.
I mean,
I am more than whoa.
Sorry about that.
Oh no, I was gonna say whoa. I'm more than happy to have that, but I believe it's up to the captain, Vinny over here.
Oh, I mean, with this paycheck, we'll get a boat practically the size of this here beauty, and he'll kind of tap the dashboard. So I bet we can fit everybody on board. So the more the merrier.
I'll look
Maybe a
over at
little
Emma
bigger.
Jane. Look over at Emma Jane, like, yeah, great. One big happy family.
Yeah, I mean, you'd know a lot about those, wouldn't you, Daniel?
That is personal.
I'm just finishing what you started. And she'll like turn her like knees away again and sort of like look further out the window.
Rhonda's head goes back on your thigh.
He allows it.
Elias leans over to Vincent. I believe that was a speed bump.
Yeah. Pretty deep one at that.
As you guys continue to drive, the land rolls in slow waves. You see the dry brush, scattered trees, silhouetted against the sky. A neurograph tower pulses in the distance, slow and red. Then, movement in front of your vehicle, Vincent. Out ahead, a massive shape lumbers across the road. Not human, not animal, a four-legged machine, camouflaged in dirt and rust, but unmistakably deliberate in how slow it's walking. Two more you can see ahead of it have already crossed, vanishing into the trees onto the far side. And you could see that they're kind of moving in this coordinated pattern.
Well, he'll kind of adjust the brights a bit so he can see if there's more kind of trying to get across the road. As he kind of tightens his grip on the wheel. Yeah, we could probably sneak by him, right?
But slow down just a little bit.
Lights off.
Oh, all right. Well, seems to be the general consensus, so it's all. Just begin depressing the brake, switch the headlights off, and kind of slow us to a standstill.
Can I get a wits roll from Elias as you're watching these large creatures crossing the street?
Oh, me? Okay. Oof. That is no successes. Do I push early?
Early and often, my friend.
Screw it, why not? We're here for a good time, not a long time.
Do it.
Still nothing.
Oh.
I think Elias is overwhelmed with just fear. And it's been a long time since he's seen stuff that large, that larger machinery.
Yeah.
And has only, very briefly ever experienced them in any sort of situation where they would dwarf him in size.
Yeah.
So, I think a little bit of fear has gripped him. And, he's just gonna be fixated, trying to see it in the dark. I don't know.
Is anybody else watching this? I mean, Vincent, obviously, because he's driving.
I think Emma Jane would sort of like lean so she can see like straight through the front windscreen. But she'll kind of like drop her shoulders as if it could see her specifically, like back through. The fuck?
What do you think they are?
Something that we should stay away from.
Well, I guess it's kind of like a train crossing, right? You just gotta wait it out and wait till they cross, or...
I lost count. How many did you all see?
So 3 here at least. I can't see too much further out, but it seems 3 that could see us anyway.
Elias, this should have been equipment similar to... You probably worked with something like this at Sentry, right? You know something about it?
I do not recall things... I'd have to get closer to truly identify it. They're covered in dirt and muck. They're like wandering boulders.
And once the last robot finished crossing, it raises its metal, like beak-like head and emits a loud noise akin to those of an animal. Like a loud screech emits from it. You all hear it. The other robots stop and look at it and turn around, and then turn their head in unison towards your vehicle.
Elias, I know you're having trouble identifying it, but what are they doing?
I don't need to be a mechanical expert to understand that we are being looked at as prey.
All right, well, that's enough of a signal for me, and I'll put it into drive and see if maybe we can skirt around the edge of them and kind of begin to gun the engine.
Yes. You see, you're going to gun it. I'm going to ask for an agility roll. Well, roll for your vehicle. And a maneuverability. You guys also see each of these robots has a military rucksack on its back, reminiscent of a soldier's pack from a century ago, but there are no riders. At least, not anymore. You see 2 long, springy antennas start to rise from the back of one of the robots as you're trying to skirt past it.
Alrighty, so Vincent kind of cranks the wheel, quickly hard to the right and then quickly to the left as he kind of tries to drift past these things. Probably the tires are spinning out a bit. One success.
One success? You're able to get past them.
Oh my gosh.
You see the antennas start to go down, and they turn their head and continue to walk back into the woods.
Like to think Vincent's continually flicking his gaze from the road to the rearview mirror. Are they following us?
Emma Jane's turned around in the back seat so she can see through the back window.
Daniel too.
No, you're good. That was... Fuck.
I'll grab Vincent by the shoulder, just give him a friendly grab and just say, well done. You got us the hell out of there at least.
Yeah. I don't know what those things are gonna do. Were those antenna?
I've heard
Lies.
things. I've only heard that some drones that were abandoned by Sentry, that continued to do whatever tasks they had, but that was much more like critters following their mama bear rather than drones following orders, and I didn't like that too much. Elias, during the whole gunning of the thing, was close to, like, pretty much hyperventilating, and now slowly calmed himself down as he was trying to get a look at the creatures as they were flashing by.
Vincent, you start to notice that your car is running a little low on gas, and you guys haven't eaten in a second. There is a gas station stop that is coming up at the next exit.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I know I could use a break. Looks like there's a station off to the side, and I think we can collect our thoughts and fill this old girl up with some fuel.
And you hear that familiar whine from Rhonda, you know she has to go.
Oh, okay, let's make that quick. Everybody hold on. He'll whip the wheel and pull into this gas station.
Okay. It seems like a normal gas station. It's functioning. You see the attendant inside their little booth. As you pull up, you see like an older woman steps out. She goes, "Oh, how can I help you, sir? How much can I get you inside your truck here?"
Oh, I say probably 3/4 of a tank. We're getting pretty low.
You got it. That'll be $15.
Yeah. Begin potting his jacket pockets. Lass, could you open the glove box?
Sure. He does so.
Yeah, move those bills. It's probably under the manual. I think I left like maybe $5.
Elias, he's an alarming amount of bills, as he doesn't find. Does he find $5, or is there not $5?
No, it is just bills, and a couple just scratched lottery tickets.
I got it, Vincent. Don't worry about it. I'll pull out a 20 and hand it over.
Well, I appreciate it. I'll pay you back.
Well, you got
Don't
it.
worry about it.
Well, if you folks are thirsty or hungry, we got some snacks and we got some beverages inside of the gas station store.
Thank
And
you.
she goes off to the side and, starts to do the business of putting some gas inside your car. Takes the cap off. You see her.
All right.
But Jane will stretch out as she sort of like gets out the car.
Mm.
Is there anything anybody desperately needs once I'm going in to have a look?
I'm gonna saunter in there. I think we owe our heroic driver perhaps a treat of his choice.
Oh, that would be great. Probably a sandwich or something, and then if you can, that knicker shift for Rhonda would be great.
Oh,
but
yeah, they might have a souvenir little trinket area. Hell yeah.
You like
Okay.
the
Accessories
Italian,
for
right?
Rhonda.
Italian sandwich, no tomato.
Oh, you know me the best, Daniel. Yeah.
I got it. Don't worry.
And you hear the whining gets a little bit louder from Rhonda
Oh.
in the back of the car.
Yeah. Sorry, Rhonda, and he'll kind of open up the driver's door and quickly scurry out to Emma Jane's side. All right, girl.
She races out and she's trying to find. You see her. She's trying to find the right area, but at this point, she'll go anywhere if you don't hurry and get her to a grassy spot or something.
All right. Well, I gotta go make sure Rhonda doesn't. You know what I'm doing, and Vincent will rush after Rhonda, find a space.
Okay. And the rest of you can see him as he's taking Rhonda outside. And this is a small, kind of homely gas station store. It's not too big, but it does have some sandwiches, some snacks, has some drinks, alcohol too. But it's slim pickings, but it's enough for people to take and refill themselves and replenish. But nobody's at the till right now. Probably the lady outside.
I think Emma Jane, seeing that Vincent's run off as well, she'll take a quick look into the store. You two guys, you go on ahead. I'll stick with the car. I mean, one of us should be here, right? You know him better than me. You'll know what he'll want more.
I mean,
Yeah.
that makes sense. That's quick thinking. I can see why you're on the team, Miss Emma.
Daniel will give you just a little bit of a suspicious glance, but like slowly turn the other direction.
Anything you want from inside? Coffee, pastry, soda?
Get me a coffee. Just, yeah, anything. Just anything would be really good. Yeah, thanks.
All right.
And then as soon as their back is turned, she's going to try and go in the glove box and feel around for the extras, the extra canisters of neurine that Vincent had said he had.
Now, can you tell me, Vincent, as you're out doing helping Rhonda with her business, did you put them in the glove box?
No, there are 2 spots for the Nuring, and one of them is not the glove box.
I just give me a quick wits roll to see, because once you see that they're not in there, I'm imagining she is looking more throughout the car.
Yeah, she'd start, not tearing it apart, but
Yep.
close. So no successes, but I'm gonna push them. I got 1 success, but I did lose 1 hope in the process.
Nice.
So
that kind of fits.
yeah, like she's going for it again. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So where is that one spot that you put it, Vincent?
So I would think as she's kind of feeling my driver's seat, she kind of feels that there's probably like a cylinder lump in the fabric as she kind of depresses it and sees that some of the stitching's been pulled away and kind of compressed to look like it's still sewed together. So if she pulled that apart, she'd probably see it's kind of nestled within the cotton a bit, one of those metal cylinders.
But knows the shape of those cylinders very well. So as soon as like her fingers trace it, she knows exactly, like pinpoints in. Probably she's still looking up and into the shop to make sure nobody's sort of looking at her. So she sort of scrambles enough to only find 1. But 1 is enough at this moment in time. She needs to know that it's here.
As you're searching, you hear a cough.
Cough.
Hi, miss. I just wanted to get past you. The door's open to the. I'm done filling in the. The gas is almost finished. Can you go tell your friends? I'll be right in. I'm the only one that's working.
Yeah. I'll do that. You can go. It's fine. I've got this. I'll tell them and.
I'm sorry. I can't leave the post. I have to be here while the gas is still filling up. But if you could just be so kind to tell your friends that I'll be right in.
You can't leave the post. You have to be right here.
Yes, it's part of my job, man. Yeah.
Hey. Well, and she like takes an inhale and like her demeanor sort of changes a bit more. I can absolutely go and tell them that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your help. You are.
Of course, no, it's my job, honey.
I mean, it seems kind of lonely out here. I mean, you don't get many people that come through here, right?
Yeah, every now and then I got my family, I got my husband, so I'm fine.
Well, I mean, yeah, just thank you again. Thank you. She'll start sort of like backing away. She'll palm the canister into her back pocket.
Yeah, she just waves you off.
Oh, and then as she sort of gets far enough away, are there any sort of, not even alleys, but like anywhere? I'm picturing wide open plains.
Yeah, it's this like it's the only gas station for miles it seems, and I mean there are like there's more bushes. It's not really like a forest or anything, but there are like large bushes like off to the side of the gas station, a little bit towards the back, and of course there's the back area with the large dumpsters.
She'll start walking towards the dumpsters, realize she doesn't have an excuse to be near the dumpsters, kicks one of the dumpsters. You can wait. Not now. Not now. We wait before bed. Before bed, then we can, and then you just sleep it off, and then we have today's. Yep, we have today's. Okay, who first? Vincent? Elias. Vincent first. Vincent first. And then she'll sort of smooth down her hair again and begin walking towards Vincent to let him know.
I would think Vincent's by the car at this point. It's kind of trying to make a makeshift dog bed for Rhonda from the trunk. He's kind of opened that, shipped him blankets here and there. Doesn't think that of anything of the glove cabinet being open. Just kind of shakes his head. After seeing all those bills.
Yeah, so the woman is done with the gas. She puts it away and she says, "Oh, I see your friends in there who probably want something to purchase. So I filled her up, okay? And so you have a good night. I'm gonna go and then get the rest of your guys' order and all that." Oh, I see your.
I appreciate that.
Of course. No, it's my job, honey. And she sees you. You still haven't made your way in. And you see her walking closer to you. Honey, did you tell your friends I'm making my way in?
Oh, you meant those friends. Different directions. I can... You're done now, so you can just go. Thank you so much again for your help. Really, truly.
Are you okay? She just stops and you're kind of shaking. Listen, I know. She leans in and she goes, "You're a woman alone with all these men. You okay, honey?"
She scratches her neck. There's like a bit of skin that's already raw that she's sort of scratching over the top of. I'm okay. I can handle myself around. I mean, those guys are... And she'll sort of like huddle in a bit closer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's scary, having to put yourself in a position like this, but they're not. They wouldn't. I have a knife,
When you say position, honey, listen, I've seen stuff like this before. Women trapped. I'm just saying, I know the signs. I have daughters. You look real nervous.
Look, I really appreciate, but those guys have a temper, and I don't want to be... I'm fine. I know how to handle myself. I know you've heard so many girls say this before, but I really can handle myself. Look, I need something from them, and they can get me to where I need to go, so...
Listen, if you need me to call the police, that's what I'll do. You said they have a temper. Will it hit you?
It's nothing I can't handle. Honestly, it's...
No. I won't let another woman be beat. Not on my watch. I will call my sons to come and help you.
I really appreciate that, and I think that that's a really lovely, brave thing to do, and I can tell this isn't the first time you've had to do it, but I am truly... And she'll, like, squeeze her hands a bit to sort of, like, reassure her. I really am okay.
Can I get a wits roll as you try to convince her that you're okay?
Yeah. Can I use my con artist?
Of course. You're lying your ass off here.
Just thought I'd ask.
Of course.
Oh no, it's not wits that. Oh no, that's fine. I'm rolling. 2 successes. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
So she looks at you. Okay. But listen, my name is Betty, okay? And here's my card to the gas station so you won't forget where we are. If you need help, okay? They hurt you. I just want to let you know I went through something similar when I was young. I was stupid, okay? And I can't bear to see it happen again. So I see something, I say something.
I think with all the people that I've seen and met, I think it's a really special thing that you're still looking out for people. And I'll take that card. And she'll hand it and sort of like pull it into her pocket.
You want to walk with me inside the store? I'll get you something.
I mean, are
Maybe some
you
tea.
sure?
Cool,
That would be perfect.
Okay, I'll get you some sleepy time tea. It'll calm your nerves, okay?
That would be amazing. Thank you so much.
She like hooks your arm with her. You could feel like her kind of older, weathered arm because link with yours as you guys walk inside the store. And so she sees you two. What have you guys picked up? Daniel and Elias.
Elias couldn't remember if Emma Jane wanted black coffee or coffee with like cream and sugar and stuff. So he got 2, one black and one with a lot of cream and sugar, and decided he would suffer a black coffee if it was the one that she didn't want, because he was too scared to go back and ask.
Nice.
I think I got the coffee right, Daniel. You want, did you want something? I'm sorry.
I come over and set down like a couple of sandwiches on the counter. There's 4 sandwiches, just one for everybody. Just kind of like the ones in the cellophane wrap and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And just say, I think this will do for me for now. And I pull open my wallet and start like flipping through a few bills. You can see, I think Elias, you would probably see that it's looking pretty sparse in Daniel's wallet at the moment.
I can pitch in a little bit, Daniel. I understand we are equals now. You don't have to micromanage all of our purchases. It's all good.
Nah, don't worry about it. I got this.
All right. Well, I will accept it now, but I'll pay next time. All right. Remember, we are equals now. So I will accept your offer now. I'll pay for it next time. Respect thing. We're working on that. Yeah.
And you guys hear
All
the door open, and Emma Jane comes in with the woman outside, and she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, honey, that we took so long." And but she was looking at you both a little bit more suspiciously now.
Oh, never you mind. It's all well. We were just making sure getting everybody's food and drink orders proper. Miss Emma, I forgot to. I got one with one coffee black and one with cream and sugar. I wasn't sure which one you prefer. And he's like awkwardly holding the cup holder with all the drinks.
I mean, I could be greedy and say both, couldn't I?
If you want, that's fine. I just have to go get a fifth cup and for myself, but I'll go put this up at the counter over here.
I was kidding. And she takes one with cream and sugar. I just wanted to see if you'd go get more.
Sharp. I like that.
And the older woman, he goes to you, Elias. She goes, "Now let me show you. This young lady would like some tea. Let me show you where that's at and how to make it. Okay? Follow me,
absolutely. I didn't know you were a tea girl. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to have more tea, so maybe I'll understand this a little better."
She takes you towards the back where the coffee and the tea were, and she starts to fill it up. It's piping hot, and she goes, "Okay, so I'm just gonna make one here for myself, and I'm gonna show you how to make it. Okay?"
Perfect. I've been told to have more herbal teas and things like that. Yeah. My mama used to have some like lemon tea with a little bit of ginger in it, but she was a whiz in the in the little cafe we had.
I'm sure your mama would be disappointed in you. And her voice gets darker, and like you see like her face change.
I'm sorry. I beg your pardon. Did I offend you in some way? That's a bold thing to speak ill of someone's mama. What did I step on something? I spill something? If I did, I apologize. But what?
Didn't your mama teach you not to hurt women?
I have never laid a hand on a woman in my entire life, and that is a bold accusation to make.
She hands you the cup of tea.
Thank you. I think I
but
will.
She doesn't let go of your hand, so you're both holding it.
Elias is uncomfortable and is looking over at Daniel and Emma Jane with eyes of "help me." And it's like, "Ma'am, I don't know what I did. I'm not sure what's going on here, but you are..."
If you hurt that young lady who's traveling with you, I'll find you. Okay? Me and
I wouldn't even
sons.
dream of it. Miss, you don't know me. You don't know her. You don't know any of us. So don't make assumptions just by our appearances. I understand we look a little tired and weathered, but that doesn't mean we're some miscreant varmints.
I know a scared woman when I see one, and her hand like squeezes, and the heat from the cup starts to spill over onto both of your hands as she starts to squeeze it.
Missy, you're playing chicken with the wrong rooster.
You threatening me?
No, I'm saying you got me all wrong here. And you got my friends wrong here. Don't make assumptions like that.
I'm not making assumptions, young man. When someone tells me they're in trouble, I listen.
What? We're not in trouble. If anything, we're just hungry. The only trouble we had was making sure the dog didn't make a mess in the back of the seat.
And she gets closer to your face. I'm not talking about you. I just hope your mama's not rolling in her grave right now. You don't touch that woman.
Elias lets go of the cup, and he looks over at Daniel and Emma Jane with a look that I don't think either of you have ever seen, where his eyes look more sunken in and his nostrils are flaring and his face is getting a little red, and I'm gonna go wait outside here. Daniel, I will, here. And he walks over. He very quickly takes a $20 bill out of his wallet and slams it on the counter. My part of the share, I apologize. It appears as though I'm not welcome here. Y'all, I'll see you in the car. I need to go reflect. No, it is fine. And he makes eyes at the lady and thinks better of what he would like to say and goes outside.
Daniel will look to Emma Jane and say, "Did you do something while we were in here? What happened?"
How the fuck do you think we are going to work as a team if you keep accusing me every single time something happens? What could I have possibly done?
Well, you were pretty insistent on us coming in here without you, so I don't know. But you expect me to trust you after you just give out my private family information to other people?
Listen, you knew what kind of person I was before making a deal with me. You knew that I sold on secrets. You just didn't like that it was your own. Okay? So maybe instead of blaming me for doing that, I can hold my hands up. I can say that I did that. And I'm glad that I did. I got really good information out of doing it. But you were just as desperate as I was there.
You know what?
You're no better than me.
Fair enough. Maybe we'll wipe the slate clean and start from here. The only thing...
It was nothing personal. Okay? It feels it. It sucks. I know that it's not a nice thing to do, right? But it's how I get the information you really want. So who cares if a few people, your boss, know that your daughter's sick, when it could mean that you get her the cure that she needs? Bigger picture. Huh?
Bigger picture. Right.
And the woman comes up and you see her kind of like wiping her hands off on a cloth. I'm sorry about that. Had a spill in the back.
Is everything all right, ma'am? Our friend seemed a little bit upset as he walked out of here.
He'll be fine. Now, will this be all for you tonight?
I believe that'll be it. Slide some money across the counter.
Okay. She starts to ring it up and she says, that'll be $15 total.
Reluctantly put the money out that Elias offered for the food and everything. Mm. Sorry if we did anything to upset you, ma'am. We'll be out of your hair in just a second.
She starts to put everything in a paper bag for you guys. You have a good night, ma'am. Okay?
Thank you, Betty. You too, yeah? And she'll pick up the bag and sort of like hurriedly try to leave.
Yeah, she kind of hurries out. As Emma Jane's hurrying out, you hear that cough behind you, Daniel.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Did we forget something?
Don't lay a hand on that girl.
What do you mean?
I mean, she's very scared to be riding with you guys and traveling with all of you men.
Oh, ma'am, you misunderstand the situation. Emma Jane there is probably the most dangerous one out of all of us.
I will find you if you ever touch her.
Hand to God, ma'am. I won't lay a finger on her.
Get out of my store.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow.
Head out.
You rolled 2 successes. She believed you.
Good for Elias and I, apparently.
But you guys get back to the car. You see Rhonda has been, like, she's been done. She's just rocking around until you guys get back, and you see Vincent is out there waiting for you guys.
Well, how do you guys? Got that Italian sub?
Yeah, here you go.
Oh, this is a godsend. What's with all the dour expressions? Was it a little too expensive in there?
No. I think we should just get out of here. I think that lady's taking a protective liking to Emma Jane.
All right. She seems civil.
Think of the optics, you know. I'm the only woman here. I think I'd probably act the same if I saw a young woman alone with 3 men.
I mean, she does have a point, but I mean, we've been civil though, right?
Yeah, but when people get ideas in their head, it's all they run with, isn't it?
She had some rather specific ideas about me, and I cannot help but wonder how and why she would think that. Elias is sitting and is sitting with his arms folded, just clutching his cup.
She kind of looks around. You sound like you're waiting for me to give you an answer to that, Elias.
No. Enjoy your coffee. I'm sorry if I've ever made you feel threatened or scared. I don't do that. And
What are you talking about? Violence and...
She thought that I was someone who would hit women and
Oh
accused
my
me
gosh.
of doing such to you and threatened me to have her boys come beat the shit out of me if I put hands on you.
No, I'm so sorry. This explains so much. She pulled me aside to go grab you guys and said that I looked terrified and she knew the signs, that she's been helping other girls out here before. Look, she even gave me a card and she'll pull the card out that Betty gave her. See? I'm so sorry. I maybe I wasn't clear enough in the situation that we were in.
Well, Miss Emma, I understand that of what we look like in this whole situation, 3 dudes and a young lady. I understand that, but it was a very wild jump to go from 4 strangers to 3 potential abusers of women and a frightened girl. So, and I've never been so boldly accused in such a way, and I appreciate the apology. Enjoy your coffee. I'm gonna have a little bit of mine. He drinks the hot coffee, which he absolutely hates.
Vincent, do you start the car up?
I have a bit of mind. This is a very confined space, so I give it a second. Let everybody take a moment to at least cool down a bit. Close the trunk nervously. I make a show of I'm just cleaning the car just to make sure nobody's getting in there to stew. So I open up the doors, kind of just remove trash. Some of my bills, I crumple them up, make it seem like it's debris, and kind of getting that cleared out just to buy some time. Wait, Daniel, could I talk to you for a second?
Yeah. What's up, Vincent?
Yeah. Is everything gonna be all right? It just we haven't even gotten that far, and we're already almost at each other's throats, it seems.
Yeah. Well, everything will be fine. We just need to get into Pacifica and finish this job. We don't have to fucking love each other, but you know what? Out of this group, just between you and me, Vincent, you're the only one that I trust here. The other 2, I mean, they're good at their job, but...
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
Well,
I'm all for it.
I appreciate your faith in me, Daniel. How are you holding up? I mean, with Julia, just hearing that she's in the hospital.
I think I'm just, I'm hoping that this job will be a way to help her. I think I'm just kind of nose to the grindstone, get this done and over with as quickly as possible, which is why I'm glad to have you along.
Yeah. Well, I had a thought. I saw that relay station a ways back, so there might be some Neurocaster uplinks. I mean, I know there's messaging features. I understand there's a communication blackout, but I figure if Julia's hooked up to one of those Neurocasters, you could send a message just telling her how you are and checking in. Again, just a thought.
Yeah. I can't tell you the last time I put one of those things on my head, but
yes, not a very pleasant experience.
After what it did to Ashley and now Julia, I'd be happy if I never saw another one of those things ever again. But maybe if we're gone too long, I'll think about it.
All right. Well, just let me know. I know I've got one in the back you can use. But yeah, I think it'd be nice for her to hear from you.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Thanks, Vincent.
Yeah. Well, guess we can't keep everybody out of the car forever.
Let's try to wrangle these 2 in here. Hey, we got to get on the road. You guys ready?
Yeah. She'll sort of like look around. How long do you think it'll be until we stop for the night? Do you reckon? Maybe. Long day, you know?
Yeah, I mean, what do you think, Vincent?
I mean, it was good to stretch my legs. I can maybe go for another hour or 2, but I definitely have to sleep. And I figure going in shifts is probably a bad idea. We'd all get too exhausted. So I just need a quick power nap, maybe 4 or 5 hours, and I can hit the road again.
Okay, 2 hours is good. Yeah, that's good. That's That's good. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. Sorry, I have a lot on my mind. It won't get in the way of this task. Don't worry. It's just.
I mean, it already tried.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, everything was fine until that lady walked in making assumptions that I hit people. And I don't appreciate that. And I'm sorry, I will drop this. It is just, it has been a long time since someone has told me something like that and has thrown my mama's name in my face.
Hey, no, I get it, okay? And I think, I mean, it's easy for me to see it from this perspective because it's not happening.
You know me, Miss Emma. You know I'm not.
Of course I know you. That's why I don't want to.
I understand. I'm not. I try to shave, and I may not have gotten to sleep and all, but do I look like a fucking drifter of some sort? A fucking guy who'll shank you on the street or something like that? Do I look like a fucking monster?
No, of course you don't, and that's why you shouldn't let her
I'm
get
not
you.
a monster.
Of course, Elias. Of course you're not. We know you. She doesn't know you, okay?
No, she fucking don't, but she assumed she did.
She assumed.
Are you guys
We know you.
Are you guys still outside of the gas station?
I thought we were
Elias is in the
outside the car.
Elias is sitting in the car. He went in the car and buckled himself in. He hasn't stepped out. He's just ranting in the car.
Where is Emma Jane at?
Standing like leaning against the car.
She hears you yelling.
Of course she does.
He comes out. He's holding a shotgun. And you see her holding it, and she hears you yelling. And she walks up to your car, Vincent. You guys all see her coming. She goes, "What the hell is going on?" And she looks angry. "Are you okay, miss?"
Yes, Miss Betty. I'm fine.
Yes.
I'm fine.
"Back away from the car, miss."
Look, this is guys, this is ridiculous. Okay, fine. And she'll back away.
"If you need to come closer to me, do it now." And she kind of aims it at the car, the shotgun now. And she's shaking a little bit.
Ma'am,
You three get in your car, and she'll be safe with me.
Of course, ma'am.
Now.
Please don't hurt my beauty. I just got her fixed. Oh my God. And Vincent will kind of open up the driver's door. He'll sit down and not feel a familiar bump on his chair. He'll kind of squint, but shakes his head, puts in his car keys, and all right, just take it easy. Just be careful where you're pointing at, okay? She's delicate. And he'll get kind of nervously, kind of turning the keys, try to get it started.
A woman alone out here has to keep herself safe.
Miss
Right.
Betty, Miss Betty, I've told you, please, I'm fine. This is my group, and we are going to the same place, and I really need to get there, okay? None of them will hit me. None of them have hit me, okay? I don't look scared. I'm tired because we've had a long journey, okay? Look, I was a bit frazzled by your questions, okay? And she kind of like turns to the group like, see, I told you. And then, I am fine. I'm going to go with my group now.
She's going to walk closer to the car. She says, "Stay behind me. Don't move." Now, this young lady right here told me that she is scared of all you and that you all have a temper. And I believe it now. I heard you screaming, son.
Your coffee was hot, and I burned my tongue.
I don't give a damn.
Well, how about we all take a breath? I figure there's a misunderstanding. Let's not resort to, and Vincent will nervously glance down at the shotgun, violence. Let's hash it out. It just seems like we all misunderstood.
Shotgun is still pointed at you. She's walked onto like the passenger side where Elias is sitting. So the gun is at your face.
I ain't no monster, ma'am. You got the wrong idea.
When a woman tells me something, I believe it. She
If a
was
woman-
scared.
If
She
a woman tells
said-
you she can fly, you believe it? You don't know us. We've
I
had a
know you-
long drive.
I don't care how long your drive has been, son. Leave.
We're not leaving without our friend.
See?
You leave
Friends.
now or you leave now or you're leaving with the bullet in the face.
Have you ever shot
And-
someone point blank in the face? Have you taken a life?
Yes, I have. And she, like, you could
Ah.
hear it, like, click it to load it. I do what I have to do to survive, son. Sir?
Ma'am.
And she's looking at Vincent, who's the driver.
I for one don't want to be shot, but she is a friend. I've been contracted to drive these folks around. Please, ma'am, just lower the gun. I've heard shotgun spray goes past who you're aiming at, so let's just take a breath. And she
squints her eyes and just looks at all you. Well, God damn it. Who am I supposed to believe? The scared woman behind me who tells me she's traveling with men who have a temper and she's scared? Or you three?
Ma'am, she's telling you right now that she's with us and that she wants to get into the vehicle.
I've heard it all. I've heard it all before. Now, which one of you three would like to roll a wits to convince her? It's going to take 2 successes.
All right, boys, I got 6 wits.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's you.
I love it. I'm in point blank range. I love it.
It's so
Let's do
good
it.
that it's you as well.
Yeah. No, it's perfect. Let's fucking go.
Hey.
Oh,
There's 1, and it makes sense to push that to try to get 1 more.
nice.
Fuck. I have 1 success. I think it's the way that manifests probably is Elias looks at this woman and says, I'm sorry for whatever's happened in your life. Everybody's trying to survive these days. We're just working on a job together, and things are stressful, and been a long drive, and we drove past some pretty harrowing creatures of machinery. I know the stories is wild, but we did see them, and had us all rather shook, and I apologize for raising my voice. I always been the loudest of my siblings between my brother and me. We offended you, I apologize. But I can swear to you that Miss Emma is in no danger with us, and we can all walk away from this.
You want me to let this woman get back in the car with you, and then a week later in the news there's a dead woman turned up?
I'll tell you what, I will give you the address to where my shop is. Just one town over.
I don't care about where your shop is, sir. Stop. I don't care about where your shop is or where whether you give me a fake address or not. I believe the woman.
I'm not a monster, ma'am. And he just keeps muttering that to himself. I am not a monster, and you are wrong about me. I am not a monster. And he starts crying. And that's the mention of the hope one hope being drained, is saying all of that and hearing this woman tell him that his mother would be ashamed of him really snapped something. And he is genuinely crying. And I don't think he's aware that he is, because he's not wiping his face. And he's just looking at this woman with the gun in his face. And there's an odd sort of acceptance of this looking at him. And he's saying, I'm not a monster. I'm not a monster.
The woman is backing up now, slowly to you, Emma Jane. I don't want you getting in that car with them, ma'am.
Miss Betty?
Yes?
I am absolutely fine. That is my friend. And I'm going to go to my friend now. Okay? I appreciate what you're doing, and I think it's very brave. But I am okay.
If you turn up dead, this is my fault, miss.
No. Please don't say that.
I could have done something to stop it. I could do something now. You're not thinking right, miss. What do they have on you?
They don't have anything on me, okay, Miss Betty? I know what I'm doing.
Then what is wrong, miss? When I saw you about 20 minutes ago, I saw you. You did not look right.
Because I've had a long day traveling. Look, just forget I was ever here, okay? You're not going to see me. You're not going to see me end up dead, okay? And I don't want you to even think about that. I don't want you to give me another thought once I'm out of here, okay? It's not on you. I am fine. Everything is fine.
Ma'am, I know when someone is scared. I know what I saw earlier in your eyes. What is going on? And you guys are far away from the car, so they can't hear you, but she's kind of just leans in, but the gun is still pointed at the truck.
I don't have a problem. I don't have any problems. There are no problems. Okay, Miss Betty?
Why are you saying it so many times, honey?
Because it seems like no matter how many times I say it, you're not hearing me. You're not listening to me. And there are no problems. There are no problems. There are no problems.
I used to say the same thing when my ex-husband used to beat me. I would tell myself there was no problem either. I needed someone to snap me out of it. What?
And if I needed snapping out of it, you would have done an amazing job, and I'd be standing behind you right now. This is a testament to how well you look after girls. There is no problem. I am fine.
If you turn out dead, that's not on me. I won't hold that.
It's not on you, Miss Betty. It could never be on you.
Whatever you're going through, I'm sorry. And she lowers the gun.
You showed me a kindness I've not seen in a long time. So she'll sort of like root around in her bag quickly and pull out maybe like $50 and sort of like push it.
I don't do it for money. I really do.
I know you don't, but this money could help you help more people. All right? Please.
Okay.
And she like puts it in her hand and sort of like folds her hand over it.
Puts the gun like down, and you feel like her kind of older, like that weathered hand of someone who's lived a long time. Kind of rough. And she puts it over your heart. And she doesn't say anything and just kind of pats you.
Emma Jane closes her eyes for a second and takes like a big inhale. Whilst her hands on her chest before like gently giving it a squeeze and lowering it. Thank you.
I hope you find peace.
Me too. Miss Betsy, me too. And she'll turn around to head back to the car.
And she backs up and the gun is down, but she's watching you guys.
Vincent kind of reaches out a hand to Elias to put it on his shoulder, and then he kind of hovers above it, thinking better of it, and kind of snaps his fingers. Rhonda, girl, come up front. We'll just kind of have her kind of come up and... Elias, could you watch Rhonda for a bit? She sometimes gets car sick when we're driving late at night, so if you could just hold her for a bit.
Elias doesn't respond. With words, he puts his left hand just on the back of Rhonda's back, on the back of her fur, and just keeps staring at the woman. Hasn't wiped his face yet. He heard what Vincent said, but he also can't shake what the woman said to him.
Don't let it get to you, Elias. I've known you for a bit. You're a good fella.
I wonder, Vincent, I wonder.
Well, I guess I better get us moving along. He'll kind of begin to shift gears in the car just to get it slowly moving, not to start suddenly.
Everybody's inside?
Yeah.
Okay. Same spots as before? In the back?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think we moved.
No.
Yeah, fair.
We didn't play musical car chairs.
So,
I'm trying to get shot.
you guys are back in the car, back on the road. It is, this sufficiently evening now.
Vincent, as he's got like the brights on, driving down this empty road, he kind of adjusts the rearview mirror just so he can look at Emma Jane, trying to meet her gaze.
Emma Jane's sort of like tapping, like on her knee, and sort of like watching like the landscape as it passes. But after maybe like a couple of your glances, she'll meet yours in the mirror.
Well, it's a good thing everything got situated. She was definitely worked up, that gas station attendant.
Well, yeah. I mean, you literally saw me say that you guys were my friends.
Yeah. I also saw you palm her $50, but that's neither here nor there. Probably just a service charge, right?
Sorry, I'm being blamed for palming money off on her now. She's trying to help other women.
Yeah, sorry. I was mistaken. I just figured I'd ask about it, get some clarification. Yeah, you always gotta be helping people out, getting them what they need, right? Because I just keep focused.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to help people out, but sometimes you make deals with people, right?
Yeah, and usually, yeah, people keep up both sides of the bargain, right?
Huh. And she'll like sort of sit back, like tap her finger to her mouth as she sort of thinks about what she could have said, but didn't. Like, he got her good.
And you guys continue to drive. It's nighttime now. It's an hour passes, an hour and a half. You're driving through eventually the road leads to like another like cloned American suburb. This one's somewhere in West Texas, not far from the outskirts of Littleville. You guys are just listening to that rhythmic thumping of the Land Rover's wheels against the concrete. The 4-lane road feels almost soothing as you pass, run down roadside buildings and huge billboards for the Century Corporation. Vincent is almost dozing off.
He lets out a yawn, rubs at his eyes a bit. Any of you guys spot like parking lot or maybe a drive-in theater we could just my eyes are getting a little heavy.
Would Vincent have a map in his car?
Oh, yeah, it'd definitely be in that glove box buried under all those bills, but...
Excuse me, Miss Rhonda. Elias quietly, awkwardly does that thing where he's putting his right arm around the dog to not disturb her who's done nested herself in his lap.
Yeah.
And opens the glove compartment, turns on the little light underneath the passenger seat, and tries to his best to measure where they were and see if there's anything coming up that either has a parking lot or a motel or anything that could be somewhere where we could just pull over for the night.
Right. So, as I said, you can see that the town of Littleville is coming up. And as I said, so that seems to be like the closest town. Looks pretty small, but it's the closest one.
Vinny, it looks like we're heading into Littleville. I'm sure we can find somewhere if you can hold on. I still got some coffee left. If you need it just to kick you over for the next maybe hour or so.
Yeah, if you could pass that over. Is it that next ride or is it the next exit, this Littleville?
It'll be the third exit coming up. Yeah.
All right, well. Yeah, I should be able to last. Stale coffee's still coffee nonetheless.
Yeah.
You take the coffee.
Coffee's coffee.
You take the coffee, it's cold, it's disgusting. Was it the black coffee?
Yeah.
You take it's not the best, but it kind of gives you a little pick-me-up as you're getting
we've
closer.
Been there.
Yeah. You get a little closer, past the first exit, you pass the second exit, you know that it is coming up, and then you get off at the third exit, you see the Littleville sign, big green exit sign, and you get off. And eventually as you're turning in, you see that there are like street lights, and then the street lights suddenly flicker as you had stopped at a red light, and then they go out. A second later, there's a sharp pop. One of the tires just blew.
I'm gonna try to maneuver our car off to the side of the road as fast as I can, albeit there's a lot of screeching involved with the rim, probably.
Pop the hazards on.
The Defender starts to veer off the road, kicking up a dust plume. It starts to skid, and I need you to roll maneuverability for me.
All right. 2 successes, so it kind of begins applying the brakes slightly and begins kind of shifting the wheel enough so we can hopefully right this thing.
It goes over to the side. It skids to like this rattling stop. The engine cuts. Like you didn't turn the key or anything. Engine just cuts off.
Vincent will kind of grip the steering wheel. You can see his knuckles begin to whiten. He just begins to hit his forehead on the wheel. Of course, that's gotta happen. Oh, God.
Look, hold on. It's all right. I think I got a flashlight in here. Pop the hood.
Yeah.
He says all this without making eye contact with anyone.
Mm-hmm.
And pops the hood. He puts the flashlight like in his mouth, and he's like trying to see what he can see of what happened with the power of the engine just shutting off, and looking at how severely deflated the tire is. I'm assuming with 2 successes, he didn't destroy completely the tire and everything attached on that axle, I'm hoping.
Well,
But
the
it's
2
probably-
successes was to just successfully park the car and get it off to the side without any damage to you guys.
Oh, perfect.
Or further damage to the car. You do see that the tire is completely blown out. You need a new tire.
Okay.
Elias, this is you know, it's funny how much a spare tire goes for, right? I may have used it to get us some travel expenditures, but it's gone. Well, it's not in the bag like it.
You don't have your little spare fellow. Okay, that's
Nope.
That's fucking peachy.
Yeah. You needed money to enter a race, and the interest fee was just enough for what I got for that tire.
I will let you know the maneuverability of the car has been reduced to 0.
Oh.
I don't think that she's gonna go anywhere if that tire's gone.
If someone would kindly get my toolbox from my bag in the trunk, I'm gonna see what I can do to at least get it turned on.
Emma Jane will sort of gently kick Daniel's leg and give him a nod. He doesn't want to speak to me.
Fucking hell. Fine. I'll step out, go to the back, open it up, and grab Elias's box and kind of hand it out to him.
Thank you, Daniel.
Even if we get this running, what's the plan then? Vincent, I didn't know that the gambling issue was going to be a problem for this trip.
It wasn't. This is just a freak accident. We'll be on the road in just a second. I trust Elias. He probably find another tire. It's not a problem, Daniel.
Fucking grow on trees, huh? Well, let me deal with the engine first, because that's the bigger problem. We can get a tire, but if it don't want to start, then we're fucked.
I promise, Daniel, it was a one-time thing. I had to settle a couple debts, pay off some people I owed money to. So it was a one-time thing. But I was just short on cash, didn't want to bother anyone. I knew I could regain what I lost, and it's just okay. Well, stopped in the park the day before we were supposed to leave, and I got jumped, okay? I was stupid. Rhonda had to go. I went to that sketchy part of town, kind of that park that has more dirt than grass, the one. And I just stopped there for a bit so Rhonda could do her business, and they got the better of me.
Vinny, you don't know better than to go to South Lake.
Yeah, I figured just a quick stop and I'd be out of South Lake, and then I'd use that money to get the spare, But yeah, coming up with empty pocket, I figured we'd be okay with 4 tires. I'm careful with driving, you know me.
Vincent, we gotta work on communication here. If you would have let one of us know, we could have made sure we had a spare. The money's not an issue. We can work around that. But
I just didn't want people worrying. We had what was happening at the gas station. I figured letting everybody know we were.
Let's not talk about the gas station. We're talking about the problem now, Vincent. Now I'm gonna need somebody to hold the flashlight for me. I need both my hands for this, and I'd rather not have it in my mouth. Communication. He looks over at Daniel, and which means someone's also gonna have to hand me some pieces I might need. He puts on his work gloves that are in the toolbox, and he's going to hold the light out to, like, he's not even looking. He's just like, his face is like underneath the hood, looking at the engine, and he's just holding the light out for someone to grab, just like shaking it.
I'll grab it and be like, guess we really
Just hold it right there.
Here now.
All right. And Elias is going to go into focus mode and see what he can do about the engine, which he already has clocked as the bigger problem.
Mm-hmm. So you notice immediately that the engine is the bigger problem. Open up the hood, like you hear the hissing, some smoke starts to emit from it. And I won't have you roll because this engine looks horrible. It's a mess. You brought some of your tools, but you start to realize you're tinkering with it. You're looking at all the issues, and you need the tools that you brought aren't sufficient enough to fix the issue that you are seeing. You need an official mechanic shop. So you brought you brought tools to kind of fix like minor issues per se, but this one, it looks bad. You can see like there is like a huge leak. You can see that it's been patched a few times. It's completely dead.
Is that duct tape? Elias would definitely swear in a couple of times, and he takes a moment and he shuts the hood and he looks at Daniel and Vincent. He gestures for his flashlight back. Thank you. Vincent, I saw this vehicle maybe a month ago, and it did not look like that.
Well, you should have said something. Didn't you take a look at it before we left?
Suppose I should have been a little more thorough. But I didn't think I'd have to do a fucking colonoscopy on your car. The tires were running, the gas was fine, the temperature was fine. I didn't realize that there was some internal bleeding going on in there.
This is the first I'm hearing about it. The thing's been driving like a dream for the past couple hours.
Speaking of driving, how much have you been doing with this thing?
I did one street race, okay? I may have pushed her a little too far on that one. I'm not gonna lie, but it was worth it.
Worth it, huh?
Oh,
He taps with the red wrench, the hood of the car. I'm gonna need to get this to a shop of some sort, because I'm gonna need to lift this fucker up and get underneath it and find some good adhesives and pieces that I do not have on me because they would have been too big to bring along. So that's plan A, which if we can find a shop, there's a good chance they probably have some tires as well, and we can see what we can scrounge between us and
it's that
figure
bad?
A car don't just die like that and it not be a bad thing.
Well, yeah, I know that this weird power surge, the tire blowing out.
The power surge was a bit odd, but that doesn't explain the damage here.
The lights do flicker back on.
So, plan A, we find a shop around here, and he darts eyes at Emma Jane in the car. We negotiate for some repair parts and his tire, or we have to get a new vehicle because she ain't gonna go nowhere without. I'm sorry. This engine needs severe repair and a brand new tire.
You're a miracle worker, Elias. We can keep the car, right? We don't have to get another vehicle. You said it yourself. You already know what needs to be done.
Vincent, you'll push this car too far.
It'll come back. She always does. I brought her in worse states, and you
Sometimes
brought her back.
things don't come back, Vincent. Sometimes they don't. I'm sorry to be harsh with you, but this is tough love. She needs severe care, and I could do my best. But you gotta be fucking careful with how far you push this thing, or it's gone.
I get what you're saying, but come on, man. This car means the world to me.
You don't think I know that? I know that. But we're gonna have to find some place to crash, and she's gonna have to sit here. And hopefully, I'm gonna presume that this place has a shop somewhere, and they can bring a tow truck over, and we can get it brought over. Because if that engine don't start, we can't even move it. not without great effort. And no offense, that he looks at Daniel Vincent. I don't think we got combined muscle to push this thing.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Elias. All right, we'll look for the shop and we'll get the old girl up and running again.
And Vincent, lock the car up a bit before we go. I would rather you not get robbed again. I'm sorry that happened to you.
That was
but
out
we
of
have
my
some
control.
We have precious stuff in the car now, and that will be bad time. And then he puts his hand on his shoulder and says, "We will fix her. We'll do my best. All right? I promise you that. You have my fucking word."
All right. I'll make sure she's locked up and that's as secure as can be, I guess.
Elias spins to Daniel. We're going to have to find a place to crash, and you mind letting Miss Emma understand the situation? And he turns his back from the car and takes a few paces, try to get a look at the surroundings and take a deep breath. His breathing has slowed down since the trip has stopped, but he has barely said a word to anybody. This is the most talking he's done in the hours they've been driving.
Mm-hmm. Motherfucker. I'll put a hand on Vincent's shoulder, we'll get it figured out one way or another. Sorry, I know.
No, it's all right. I got hired on for a job, and if I'm having performance issues, that's my deal. I'll get this figured out. I'm supposed to be getting you from point A to point B. Yeah, I just need a moment. I'll make sure everything's secure in the trunk. Kind of get out of the driver's side and just begin making sure all the doors can be locked.
Daniel will walk around to the side door where Emma is seated. Just open the door, get out.
The fuck you mean, get out? And she rubs her eyes. She was leaning against her head against the window. Fuck. She'll start getting out. She had the map. She was looking for a shop. But before Daniel came over, I wanted to have her stuff maybe 500 in the car seat, just tightly rolled in, so it'd still feel cylindrical. But she gets out the car and shakes the map. Okay, yeah, I'm out. What do you need?
We need to find a place to stay for the night. The car's kaput. We're not,
Fuck's sake.
Elias can't fix it, so we gotta figure something out.
Well, if it's already like this on the first day, it can only go up from here, right?
Yeah, I'm sure we won't have any other problems. You don't happen to have any good contacts for this sort of shit, do you? And I'll reach into my bag and pull out the big brick of a satellite phone and just see if there's any sort of service where we're at.
It's spotty. You pull out the phone and you can notice that it's coming in and out. You notice that whatever was affecting the street lamps is kind of affecting your phone as well, and the connection it's trying to get. And so as the street lamp is flickering, it's kind of what the cell phone is doing.
That doesn't look good. Show it to Emma.
She'll peer over it. Do you think it's related to, all our tech will be down or whatever the fuck that was? And she gestures to the street lights that flickered.
I was hoping we'd be out of the no-tech zone, but I don't know. Could be either one. At the very least, we got to figure out a place to sleep, if nothing else. So get your hiking boots on.
Okay. So she'll move around to where Elias and Vincent are so that they can hear what she's saying. So, car first. Find somewhere to sleep first. Which one?
Elias doesn't respond. His back is to the group.
Well, I figure get the car fixed. Well, at least just figure out where the shop is, and then we can figure out sleeping arrangements. And so kind of slam the rear view trunk closed.
Well, I mean, I've checked. There's not one too far. And she'll hand over the map and tap what she found.
So you guys see the map. It shows Littleville. And you guys had ended up driving up to Arcade Street. And from your position, you can see there's a liquor store, there's a hamburger joint, a few other businesses along the roadside. But between those, streets lined with low residential houses. There's some small gardens shoot off from the main street. But the other thing that you notice is there is not a person in sight. It's about 7 p.m. right now.
The good news is it's close. Probably not close enough to push the car to. Bad news is, would it even be open? I mean, streets are empty.
Well, I've heard small towns usually kind of close their doors when the sun starts to go down, so it's not unheard of that people aren't out and about.
Yeah, but I mean, in an emergency, that'll open up, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Better start walking and figure something out. Either a place to stay or someplace where we can get the car fixed.
Car will take longer. Let's do the car first. And she begins sort of like stretching out, kicking out her legs a bit to get ready to walk.
During this conversation, Elias sauntered back to the trunk, got his backpack with all his things and his toolbox, and looks at everybody. Let's giddy up then.
Let's go.
Alrighty. Come on, Rhonda.
Rhonda follows you, and you guys all make your way over to the mechanic shop here. And you're, like I said, you're passing by a lot of houses, and it's very quiet. You can kind of faintly hear from inside of a couple of the houses, like the sound of a TV. But other than that, there's nobody out here. And when you get finally in front of the mechanic shop, it's closed.
Is it possible to peer in with a flashlight to see, like, the garage, or is it separate from or is, like, there's an office and then a garage building?
It's an office and a garage building, and you see that the garage has one of those kind of roll-down ones, so you can't see inside, but you can see inside the office.
Elias kicks it.
Well, if somebody's in there, that'll get their attention. I'll take a look at the glass of the office. Does it look like a light's on?
Nope. It's completely dark in there. Just large closed sign is the only thing that's kind of radiating with any energy right now.
Oh, just my luck.
Is the pizza store across the road, is that open? Like, does it look like there's people in there? No.
Is there any sort of, on the car repair place, is there any sort of, like, displayed phone number or anything like that?
There is, but it's a small piece of paper. It's not like a large call this number. So you're looking around for it?
Yes, I would be.
Okay, so yes, then you find it. It's kind of more off to the side. You walk down a little bit. You see the paper sign of who runs it. So you see the name Jimmy. If you need help, call Jimmy, and it shows his phone number under it too.
Okay. I know the phone's kind of flickering, but I'll attempt to give Jimmy a call.
Yeah, you do that. Elias is going to walk around the back with the flashlight just to see if there's any other, like, sign of life in this building or point of entry.
Mm-hmm. So you give it a call, and you call Jimmy, and it sounds like a man picks up, but it's kind of breaking in and out. He goes, hello, this is Jimmy.
Hey there, Jimmy. My name is Daniel. I'm in a bit of an emergency. I got a vehicle that shut off randomly and needs a new tire. I hate to bother you at this late hour, but there'd be some good money in it for you if you'd be willing to help us out pretty quickly here.
He says, yeah, Danny, I'm so sorry. Me and the family are about to get ready to go to the church service, and so we'll be busy for the next few hours, and then it's a little too late. Get everybody asleep, you know. Can you wait till the morning, or?
I mean, I'd prefer not to, but we are pretty tired. I mean, is there a good place to stay in town?
Yeah, there's a motel. It's out near the Dollar General Market by Ramona's. So there's that. It's pretty small though. It might be filled. You know, it might be busy. Maybe not.
Well, we're right outside your shop here. Is how far a walk is that from your place?
Maybe 15, 20 minutes. Not far.
All right. Well, if you want to take down my name and number, I suppose we can wait until the morning. We'll see if we can stay in that motel.
You got it. You said your name is Daniel?
That's right, Daniel Collins.
And you just hear, hey, honey. And you just hear someone, he's like, can you write this down for me? And you see him start to, recap what you're telling them to his wife. And so, okay, so your name, Daniel Collins, and your phone number, sir?
That's going to be 319-847-3945.
You got it. Okay, listen, we open up at 8 a.m.
All right. Thank you very much, Timmy. Appreciate it.
Okay, have a good night, sir.
You too.
Hangs up.
Well, we got a mechanic tomorrow, and we got a place that we might be able to stay. I don't know if I assume Elias is probably around the back already.
You hear someone say "fuck" in the back, and it starts and a flashlight walking back. Yeah, he walks back over. I'm fucking tired.
15-minute walk from here. Let's make our way and see if we can at least get some sleep, and then we'll deal with the car tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Only plan we have.
So you guys make your way to the motel.
Mhm.
Like I said, it's about a 20-minute walk as they get there. You can still hear little sounds of life, but not much as people are mostly indoors doing something. And you get to the outside. It's called the Happy Motel.
Of course
You
it
get
is.
outside. Yeah. Hey, it's called the Happy Motel. You guys are outside of it. And you see a large smiley face on it. A large yellow smiley face.
Kind of cheery, right, guys?
Kinda ominous.
Kind of fucking creepy, but we ain't got much of a choice.
What? No, I mean, Happy Cool's logo's a smiley face, right? She sort of shivers a little. Kind of weird that the motel around. Whatever, it doesn't. It's nothing. It's fine. Forget I said anything.
Let's go see what's inside. Hopefully it's not another fucking gun in my face. And Elias will walk to the office, the front door.
So you go to the front office, and you see like a young girl. She looks maybe like 17 or 18, pretty bored, and she's just kind of like watching TV and like leaning back on a chair. And then she sees,
Evening,
Hi.
miss.
yes,
Sorry to disturb. Sorry.
Yep, no problem. Welcome to Happy Motel. Is this you four?
Yeah, me and
Yep.
the folks out there, yeah, we kind of had some car trouble, and we're going to stay the night and go see Mr. Jimmy in the morning.
Okay. Did Vincent go inside?
Seeing that security's a little lax, he kind of goes over to one of those cigarette vending machines, and he's going to try to reach up through the slat to see if he can grab one.
Got it.
Love it.
So, and she says, okay, yeah, I just need your name and some type of ID. What else did my mom say? ID, your name, and then how long you're going to be staying, like how many nights?
Just the one. Do you need all the names or just the one who's paying?
Just whoever's paying.
Got it.
Okay. Yeah. And then
Should-
how many rooms do you want? Sorry, I forgot that.
Do you have 4?
We have 3.
2. Yeah, those 3.
Yeah. Okay. They're all single beds. So.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Vincent and I can bunk up if we need to.
3 rooms, 1 night.
3 rooms, 1 night. The single bed. I believe that's $30 a night. So.
So is it 30 or 90?
90. Yeah.
90. Okay, great, cool. She'll take out 100. Just keep change.
Elias clocks that.
Can I get your ID, please?
Yeah. And she'll reach around for it. She does file through a few different ones before getting her real one. They'll have like different aliases on it before getting her real one, and she'll put the real one down.
Okay, just give me a second.
Take your time.
Daniel definitely gives you a look, watching you kind of like file through.
Is there a little like one of those little sad coffee setups in this little office like they always have in a lobby? Elias has walked over there. Beforehand, he slaps $30 on the front desk. That's my take. And he walks over.
She already paid, but you.
No, she can take it.
Okay. I guess.
All right then, and she'll like slide it across.
Okay. I guess that's $60. Can you break this 100, please? I don't have
Jesus
change for
Christ.
100.
Keep just. Okay. Yeah. And she takes a second to like sort of reset herself,
Uh-huh.
and she like looks through, She's like, yeah, you wanted, and he gave me.
Are you okay? Like,
Yeah, I'm fine. It's been a really, really, really long day. Daniel, just take what they need, right?
You must be real tired, and I'll put out
Yeah, real fucking tired.
$60 onto the counter from Emma's money.
okay. Okay. Yeah, these are your keys. And she kind of just turns in her chair, and you see like a row of keys, and she pulls off 3. This one, you have room 2, 4, and 5. Here you go.
Sweet. Thank you so much.
And I hope you enjoy your time at Happy Motel.
Great. Yeah, thank you. And she'll take the key for number 2, and leave the other 2 there for them to fight amongst themselves.
And Emma Jane is out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got any sort of little breakfast thing in the morning? Or no?
I'm sorry, do we look like we have one of those?
I was just asking. I apologize.
No. There's food at the gas station. There's Joe's Pizza. There's Burger Box. There's the General Market.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. We're
it's all-
new in town.
Okay. Yeah, it'll open up in the morning.
Thank you. You're doing great. And with a genuine smile, he does a little cheers with the coffee,
Yeah.
and he will take the key for room number 5.
As you say you're doing great, she just looks at you like strange. Okay.
Daniel will grab key number 4, just look to Vincent like, I guess this is us.
Yeah. He'll brush off his jacket, kind of palm the cigarette box into his pocket. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like this place.
At least that makes one of us. Start walking out towards the rooms.
Emma Jane, do you go to the room?
Yes, I do. She goes beeline, slams the door immediately, like as soon as she can sort of fumble the locks and stuff. She throws her bag on the floor and starts like rooting for the nearing canister she found.
Should I be cruel right now?
When the GM asks themselves that, the answer is usually yes.
Do it.
Do it.
Where did you place it?
I feel like she would have just thrown it into the main sort of pocket, so it could be on the bottom, it could be stuck behind, like in her clothes. No, she didn't. She put it in her back pocket, didn't she? Yeah, she palmed it and put it in her back pocket.
Is it still there?
As far as she knows, it is. She'll root through her bag, sort of like picking up clothes, throwing them, turning it upside down when she sees it's not there. She'll like pat like front pockets, pat her sides, and then when she pats like her back, when she remembers that's where she put it, she like sort of like, okay, and then she pats again, remembering where it is.
Go ahead and roll empathy.
Oh. Okay. Here goes.
The nerves in your voice. I love it.
Ooh.
1 success.
It's still there.
Oh. Okay. She double checks that she's locked the door, like one more time. And then just goes like straight to lie on her bed. Takes a deep sigh before inhaling the canister, and she sort of like spread eagled across the bed. And as she's sort of floating in her mind, she sort of shrugs and says, "Show me what it would be like if I wasn't like this." And then like sort of scene begins to like play of her going out to a corporate office. And she like waves the image away at her, like with her hand. She's like, "No, not like that. More friends." And she like lets the scene restart itself, and she keeps stopping it and then adding things that she wants to it.
And you hear a knock on the door.
She ignores it. Do they go away?
It does go away. You don't hear it again.
She like lifts up her head to look at the door. I probably should have answered that. And she'll shrug and then like lay back down again and put like both her arms over her eyes and sort of lose herself in the vision she's creating.
And we head over to Elias's room. What is he doing?
Elias has thrown his bag on the bed. He's thrown his jacket on the bed. He's thrown his shoes to the side of the bed. He's takes a moment, goes into the bathroom, and he takes a long look at himself and sees how haggard and tired he looks, and he has an instinct of punching the mirror, but he stops himself because he remembers he did the same thing to his own mirror. He goes and he sits down on the foot of the bed. From his jacket pocket, he pulls out 2 matching walkie-talkies. They are red and have a bit of a childish Space Ranger logo on it. He puts one on the little dresser facing the bed, and he holds the other one. He just looks at it for a while, and he brings his to his face, and he's just, wait, am I a bad person? I don't even know these people that well, and they get a gun at my face. I know I'm the last person to ask for mercy, but am I a bad person? Over. And he knows he won't hear anything, but puts his walkie-talkie next to the other one and takes a shower because he feels gross. And that's where no one can hear him crying.
I think after making sure that Rhonda's in the room, I'll just be outside, kind of. The remnants of the light are kind of clicking that. There's not enough fuel, so it's just sparks. He's trying to get a cigarette lit, but just kind of leaning there, looking out at the city and just sighing to himself. I really screwed this one up, didn't I, Daniel?
I mean, I don't... Listen, it's not your fault. Even if we had the tire, your car being messed up wasn't your fault. Elias couldn't fix it, and he's, pretty skilled at that sort of thing. I wanted to mention something to you, though. I saw it looked like you had some bills or personal paperwork in your glove box there. I would just be careful about that sort of information with Emma Jane in the car. You might want to put some of that stuff away.
Vincent will take a long drag. Yeah, gotta be careful with a lot of things around her.
What do you mean?
People like that they got away with words, able to twist things in a certain direction. I wasn't expecting. You always know that I've been tight with money, right?
I know. I've done my best to help you out where I can, but things are rough for both of us right now.
Yeah. So you can't tell. What kind of seems to be struggling. His jaw's tightening a bit. It's nothing. It's nothing. Nothing I can't handle. So I was just trying to think of what you, my brother, even Elias, what you guys would do, and trying to right this situation we're in. Kind of drawing a blank. If I'm behind the wheel, everything makes sense. Just a straight road, and just handle things as they may.
A memory comes into your mind. You and your brother when you were younger. He would always tell you, "You are unsinkable, Vin." You remember when I said that?
Yeah. Got a boat named after me too for that, so gotta be true.
The unsinkable Vin. And that memory comes to your mind as you stand outside your motel room.
Yeah. My brother had this nickname he gave me. Called me unsinkable. Anything coming my way, I'd always be able to crest over that wave of trouble. Lately, I don't feel unsinkable. That's for sure. Feel like when trouble comes my way, I usually dip under for a bit, and it's just hard to claw your way back up to the surface.
Vincent.
Hmm?
Like I said, I trust you with my life. And, I mean, there are people who care about you. Myself, Julia. Where would Rhonda be without you?
Yeah, and he kind of gets a He's almost looking past you for a bit, so just this kind of deep sadness before kind of switches back to his normal grin here. Yeah, you're right. Can't get bogged down by thoughts like that. You know, got Rhonda, got you. And once this is all over, we'll take Julia and Luther, and we'll go out fishing in the Gulf.
Yeah.
Gotta keep a good goal in mind. Yeah, that'd be nice.
I'd like that. Just we'll make sure we get your car back up and running, and everything will be good as gold.
Yeah. It'll be good. It'll be golden.
Yeah. And Daniel pulls out of his pocket this little keychain. It's like a blue sphere. It looks like a drone's head, and it has a cowboy hat on top and like a black handlebar mustache and these big white bubble eyes. And he just kind of like rubs it with his thumb and says, "Yeah, I don't know about all this is for Julia, and I'm not gonna let Ashley take her."
Yeah, we'll make sure she can't. Well, you're not alone, Daniel. We got the rest of us. We're here to help you out.
As night falls, warm wind rattles the metal signs along Main Street. Somewhere in the distance, a deep mechanical thud echoes, like a giant footfall. Then the streetlights flicker again. You guys can all see this from your position outside. All at once, they cut out immediately. Every street lamp. It's all dark outside. You can't hear the TVs anymore. The girl who was in the front, she was watching TV. You can't hear anything. In the dark across the street from the parked Land Rover, you see them. Figures standing still in the road. A dozen or more. Each one wearing a Neurocaster. And that's where we're going to end this episode.
No.
Oh,
It's fine.
That's a tall glass of nope.
What?
You'll be fine.
I will close the blinds and lock the door.
Thanks for listening to the Electric State Operation Firewall. I'm Maia, the game master and narrator for the series. This story features Meg as Emma Jane, Michael as Elias, Arcturus as Vincent, and Todd as Daniel. Please subscribe, leave a review, or even drop a comment if you're feeling generous. It helps out more than you know. We'll see you next time on the road.
Wait, no one else gets sweaty during stressful narrative roleplay games?
Honestly, it's disgusting. I'm
Not just
vile.
you.
It's not
Don't
just you.
sniff me right now.
Don't sniff. The stress sweats are real.
They are.
Are you even RPing if you don't have like? the
That's how you know
stress
your players are
sweats?
invested.
Yeah.
I love it.
I go fail too close to the sun.
Yeah. God damn it, Emma Jane. See what you started? Freaking.
oh my god.
That was Meg took that contribution to heart. She said, "Oh, you want me to add to the story? Okay, here we go. Here's a full lie that I'm traveling with abusers."
Watch me stir this pot.
I said a little bit. She took the ladle with both hands and
Hold my coffee with milk and sugar.
Mhm.
But didn't we get some delicious Elias moments out of that though? Did we not get some delicious content?
wow. Were you not entertained?
Yeah.
Literally.
Gun to my face, revealing some shit.
Wow.
Literally.
Wow, that is interesting.
Oh.
It's interesting because I have notes for like, okay, this is how story beats are gonna hit one of them.
I gotta say too, Meg, that line about Daniel's family was fucking amazing and
Brutal.
savage.
Yeah. Also brutal. You're the only one I trust, Vincent.
Oh, yeah. That I realized.
Lying.
I realized the irony of me being like, "Wow!" After that, after just doing like the most untrustful thing ever. But it was in response to like Elias not being like included in that. I was like, "Oh,
Wait, am I the friend not in the chat?
we're all making secret groups."
Am I not in the group chat? Is there a group chat without me?
Yeah.
Daniel's
Her
saying
going
Vincent's the only
wow
one.
after like she lied.
But Daniel's saying he trusts Vincent, and Vincent is supplying Emma with Noreen on the side. Like, we're all just making pacts behind each other's
I
back.
know.
Oh my god.
Yeah, my
Okay,
pact is with imminent death.